Hello, Gabriel. I'm Karim Sala from powerofmetal.cl. Welcome to this chat. And to others, we'll finally be performing in Chile for first time. How does it feel to bring in your music to South America?
Feels amazing. It's been a dream of ours since we all became musicians to go to South America. And Santiago in particular, I've always wanted to visit your city, being, it's beautiful in between all the mountains and stuff like that. So I want to check it out.
And have you heard anything about Chilean fans or the local scene? What are you expecting from the audience here?
Oh, I'm sure the same thing you've heard, that they're crazy. Yeah, I mean, I've seen all the videos. South American shows are just more insane than American shows or European shows. The fans down there go nuts. So we're looking forward to it.
And what do you want to know about Chile? Here, the fans, the wine, the food. What is the most interesting thing that are you thinking to see in Chile?
Well, for me, it's different for everyone in the band. Sebastian, he probably wants to just go find some, I don't know, anime store, Pokemon or something. I don't know. He's into like, fun kind of kid stuff. Um, Brandon wants to go to the bars, and I mean, he likes the local food too.
Wow.
That's where we could, because we both want to try out the authentic Chilean food, right?
Yeah.
So that's a big one for me. I like seeing the landmarks, the places of beauty and the historical national landmarks and sightseeing and stuff like that. I like going to museums. I like reading about the history. But yeah, and me and my drummer Colin have that in common as well. But yeah, the food, the metal bars, and the regular bars. That's probably what we're going to be doing while we're there.
And looking for Pokemon.
Yeah, apparently. Seabass will be probably.
Yeah. Okay. And to others has shown a clear evolution in sound. You started like a heavy metal band infused with the gothic and post-punk element, but now it seems that it's a gothic and post-punk band with little heavy metal. What this was intentional or naturally? This change?
No, it's just a natural flow. It's a natural flow of things, and already on this next record, we're getting more heavy metal back into the music. But yeah, when it first started, it was more traditional heavy metal mixed with goth. Now it's just getting more. I would say we're almost becoming almost alternative metal. It's more of just like, yeah, it's post punk, it's goth, it's rock, it's got some metal in there. But we're always going to have the essence of metal in there. If it's, dueling twin guitar harmonies or crazy solos or anything like that, we'll have that stuff in there. Because at the core, we're all heavy metal fans, like at the core.
Yeah. And do you see this direction continuing in future albums, or are you considering to returning to your more metal drive and influence, more classic heavy metal in the future?
I think the next record's going to have a bit more, I don't know if it's classic heavy metal, but a bit more metal in it. Yeah. Lyrically and musically. I'm kind of straying away from the punk riffing right now because I kind of got that out of my system. So I'm ready to bang some heads.
Wow. Okay, and how do you balance these different influence, metal, goth, post-punk, punk, classic rock, without losing the core identity of the band? Because if you listen all the albums, in this that you tell us that it's in the core is the same band. How do you balance this influence?
I think it's going to remain basically the same band as long as I'm singing, because the voice is what connects everything. I think we could do a straight up punk song or a straight up heavy metal song, and it would still have a little bit of the essence of Unto Others because the voice is the same and the lyrics are the same and things like that's the connector between most bands is who's singing, how they're singing, and what they're singing about. At least I feel that way. So I don't think we're going to lose the essence no matter which direction we go off of. Also, because we're just, I wouldn't ever make a decision musically that's based on like, oh, okay, we want to appeal to some fan base to make money. That has never, that thoughts like that have definitely crossed my mind, but they're gone in a second because I'm like, well, that's stupid. Because I couldn't imagine playing a song like that live. I would feel ashamed of myself. I'd feel so stupid if one of those songs blew up and then I had to play that for the rest of my life, and I didn't like the song, right? So I really have to like the songs I'm writing.
Okay. And what are your influence right now? What is Gabriel Franco listening in this day, in these days? Classic rock, or what new bands are you listening that you think, oh, this is interesting. I can use something of this in my music.
Yeah, I always have to think about this because I'm listening to music like all day, every day. So I'm like, well, what am I listening to? I really like. I've been listening to a lot of Pink Floyd lately, a lot of the Smiths. This band Fugitive. I'm sure you've heard of them. They're the Power Trip guitarist side project. Um, I really like Witch Hazel from the
Wow.
UK. Yeah, you know them.
Yes.
Yeah, I love I love that band. They should be way bigger. Um, yeah, it just depends on what's coming out the week because like I'll check out new releases
Yeah.
that come across my radar whenever I can. I like to stay like involved in the underground and stuff. But yeah, like right now, a lot of Pink Floyd, Rush, Smiths. And then like heavy metal wise, I've just been jamming a lot of Iron Maiden recently. Funny enough, you're wearing their shirt.
Yeah.
But I just got Power Slave on vinyl, so I've been listening to
Nice.
that again. Peace of Mind and what's that? Brave New World? No, not Brave New World. The Ghost of the Navigator.
Ah,
Is that Brave New World? The
no,
record? Yeah.
the next one, I think. Then Dance of Death, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah. Okay. So yeah. Yeah, so yeah. Anyways, bunch of Maiden. I'm always jamming Judas Priest, man. Like the same old shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Do you know some bands from Chile, or South America that do you like? Have you listened some?
I can safely say I don't know
Huh.
a single band from South America or from Chile, and I'm disappointed to say that, but I can't think of one. The only South American band that I can name off the top of my head is Sepultura,
Ah, okay.
which of
Maybe.
course everyone says, I'm sure.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
And-
I feel ashamed not knowing.
no, it's normal because
I know
the
there's a
world
lot
is
of
so
good.
big.
Yeah, yeah, but I don't know any bigger bands out of South America. I know there's a lot of small like thrash metal and speed metal and heavy metal projects going on in South America for sure. But a lot of those will a lot of times be in Spanish, so like they won't make it up to the States or something like that, you know?
Okay. Gabriel, let's talk about your the name change because everyone that
Yeah.
meet that know the band from years ago knows that you were idle hands and no, there were legal reasons involved. But there are now several bands using that name. Can you tell us some what happened behind the scenes?
Oh, if there's similar bands using that name, they don't have the rights to it either.
Okay,
Like you can use a name. Oh, excuse me, sorry. You can use a name. You just don't own the trademark and copyright to it. So let's say one of these new bands that's called Idle Hands gets signed to a major label, like we did, right? That major label's going to make them change their name.
okay,
So they can be idle hands until they have any sort of success, and then they can't be idle hands anymore because the guy who owns it is still claiming rights over the name. He doesn't want to sell it, and they still play like it's like some small bar band from California, a bunch of old guys. Yeah, they never sued us or anything like that. We just asked them if we could buy the rights, and they said no. So um, and we really tried, but yeah, it wasn't going to happen. So yeah, I feel bad for those other idle hands. I hope, yeah, they might have to do the same thing we did.
Okay, why did you choose the and to others name? Does it carry a specific meaning or philosophy to you, to the band?
You know, to be honest, as far as meaning goes, I liked Idle Hands more because it tied in with everything that this band was about when I started. The title "Don't Waste Your Time," the idea that idle hands are the devil's playthings. That you know, life is fleeting, and you should try to seize the day and things like that. That reoccurs a lot in my lyrics, and so it had a bit more meaning to me personally. But "Unto Others" is a name I picked out of a huge array of names I was coming up with. Um, for a couple of reasons. I liked the sinisterness of it. I felt it sounded dark and evil. It was an At the Gate song title off of their Slaughter of the Soul record, actually. So that's where I kind of got the idea from. And then secondly, it's in canon as the same as our old name. Basically, it's um, it's a very kind of biblical reference, another kind of biblical turn of phrase, right? And I felt we could put a little dark twist onto it. And so that's kind of how that came about, you know. And I feel great about it. I get people who say, "Oh, Unto Others, I like the name more. I don't like it as much." I go, I don't really give a fuck anymore because we've been a band. We've been Unto Others for 6 years. We were Idle Hands for 18 months.
Yeah.
18 months. That's it. But we're not. I'm not going to hear the end of it. I feel like for another 10 years.
Okay. Okay,
But
Gabriel.
no. Anyways, I don't mind the question. Of course, I'll answer that question. But yeah, it's just people clearly latched on to our first name, right? I still get people calling us Idle Hands,
Yeah.
and I don't take it offensively. I'm happy to hear it. That's the way I know that someone has been listening to us since we began. That they go, "Oh, Idle Hands,"
I want idle hands. I don't want and to others.
Yeah, well, if they say that, I'd say, well, then get the fuck out of here.
Okay, Gabriel. For the fans that
Yeah.
are that will see for first time and to others, how do you describe and to others live show?
Well, you have me singing. I'm strapped to the microphone the entire time because our songs are like 89, 90% vocals, so I don't have much chance to run around the stage. But Sebastian and Brandon are always going nuts, headbanging, and doing crazy stage moves. And if you want to stay entertained, you just watch them. I just sing the words. And then Colin is just, an amazing drummer. And watching what he does live is always kind of mesmerizing. Sometimes I'm like, what? This guy's my fucking drummer? Like, he's good. So, yeah, it's definitely the other three guys are your eye candy. I'm just here to sing the songs.
And are there certain songs that you particularly enjoy playing live, either because the energy, emotional power, or crowd reaction?
Oh yeah, I always love playing Pet Cemetery, Get Me to the Night, Can You Hear the Rain? I love playing Nightfall, Jackie. I mean, we got a lot of songs that um, people kind of really love, so it's always fun playing those ones, and like Heroin or something like that. So yeah, I'd say those ones.
Wow. Okay, in talking about the future, what's next for the band after this tour? Are you ready? Are you writing right now new music or thinking on next album?
Yeah, we're recording in 5 months, so I got 5 months left to finish up the record. I'm working on it right now, actually. Um, yeah, in between this interview, I was working on it. So, yeah, it's a work in progress. I'm looking for less than 40 minutes, 11 tracks, maybe 12 for the Japanese edition. Um, and just short, sweet, to the point. I want to do exactly what we did on Mana, with really straight to the point, concise, anthemic bangers, catchy tunes that people can sing along to and have fun. Like when we started this band, I was saying, you know, we got to be the goth Iron Maiden. That's what I want out of this. I want people to be sad, but I also want them to laugh. I want them to laugh and cry and have fun at our concerts. And so far, it's been working. And maybe once we get a little bit bigger, we can start getting all the props and stuff like that on a bigger stage show. But yeah, that's kind of the idea: is fun but serious fun.
Cool. And we will see something of this material this year.
Uh, yeah, probably at least a single,
Yeah.
at least one song for sure. Yeah, I'd like to put the album out before the end of the year. I would say if it comes out, it'll come out probably in like November,
Wow.
or December even. Yeah, at the latest January or February next year, so 1 year. But I think yeah, you'll be hearing some music before the year is over.
Okay. Gabriel, can Latin American fans expect more frequent visit in the future now? Do you expect to?
Yeah, ideally, I mean, for me, I want to visit a place every 2 years.
Okay.
Um, that's the ideal scenario for me. Is we're here in 26, we're back in 28, 30, 32, whatever, and
Yeah.
I want to do that for everywhere: Australia, Japan, Europe, United States. That's sustainable, and that's enough time to where it's like, you know, it's been long enough, and you want to come see us again, right?
Wow. Okay, Gabriel, last question. What message would you like to send to your Chilean fans, many of whom have been waiting for years to see you live and to see live Idle Hands and to others?
We will not let you down. We're gonna put on a fucking killer show, and we're excited to see your city and country for the first time. It's gonna be a fucking great night.
Okay, Gabriel, thank you for being here. I know that you have more interviews later, so have a nice day and see you in Chile in no, in no time.
Yes, yeah. Thank you so much, and you have a great day.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Bye bye.